For those that don't know, I am hands down, no question asked, one of the biggest Nintendo fans of all time. Ever since the original Nintendo, I own all the systems, and I actually keep all my boxes. So Nintendo 64, when it came out, I got that, and I actually just happen to have my Super Nintendo box, and all my other Nintendo 64 boxes are all right here. So if you can't tell, I'm like a big, massive fan of, and I don't want to drop these boxes because to me these are like antiques. GoldenEye, Donkey Kong 64. I'm a big fan of Nintendo if you couldn't tell. And last month I got to go to the revealing of the Nintendo Switch where I got to first-hand experience it, play it, and I got to meet Mr. Miyamoto and Mr. Aonuma, the creators and directors of the Zelda, Mario, Star Fox video game franchise. There's a couple more people involved with that. But those are some of the big head people that oversee it. And for me, it was like the ultimate dream, ultimate goal. Not the ultimate goal, because I have a couple other goals besides that. But I got to meet them personally, and I got to sign my Nintendo 3DS. When I found out I got to actually interview them, I just like bought a brand new one because I wanted like to never use it or touch it again, even though I'm touching it right now. What are the odds? But with that being said, I'm a big Nintendo fan. I collect all the amiibos. I have all the amiibos. And Nintendo sent me out last week. And I was on a shoot. I was in Hawaii, and then I went straight to California for a big shoot we just did. But they sent me out here to Utah, where I'm at right now. They sent me out a brand new, and it's brand new, so it's new. But they sent me out before it's actually released on March 3rd. I was not paid to say anything about the system. They did send me out the system, and I'm like super stoked. I did pre-order like the second, within like 5 minutes of them announcing it. I did pre-order it, and I have that coming as well, March 3rd. So I'll have 2 Nintendo Switches, which I'll give one to my brother because we grew up playing Nintendo. So we're excited about that. But in this box, I have that, and I have a game right here that they sent me as well. So you're used to seeing me unbox video equipment. Now I'm gonna unbox video game equipment. Now I love Nintendo. My office is decked out in like all Nintendo memorabilia. It's something like that. Biggest Nintendo fan, as I was saying, my office is decked out. This is like a behind the scenes of a behind the scenes. Because we just got here, we didn't have time to set up like a big lighting setup, so we just used one light and then natural lighting out there. But this is my office at home where I work, and it has full of Zelda, Nintendo figures, a couple other series as well. But you got Link from Twilight Princess, you got Star Fox, Fox McCloud's, R-Wing. Just so much of my inspiration growing up has been Nintendo. So being able to get a Nintendo from Nintendo is like mind blown. Would have never thought that. But I am going to, and I'm really kind of excited. I brought scissors, but and the funny thing is, you should know, is I came straight from like shooting non-stop in Hawaii, in California, straight here, and the first thing I wanted to do was come straight here to do the unboxing video because I'm so excited about it. I didn't even want to go to sleep. So we are here straight out of the airport, and I am unboxing the box for the first time. And the good thing is I'm super buff. Actually, I'm not. I'm kind of a little sissy when it comes down to it. And the future is now in your hands. So I got a document signed by Reggie, the president of Nintendo of America. And I know that because I'm a fan. So everything is right here as far as the product overview. Now, I will say this. This comes out March 3rd, so there are several people on social media that have gotten the system early. And I'm lucky to be one of those people. And I'm like, beyond... I want to like talk to you guys, but I also want to just unbox this. I'm sorry. I just saw this and it like made my heart beat like a couple beats. So we got Zelda Breath of the Wild, and the case is actually, I knew it was a little smaller than like a DVD case, but it actually is smaller than I thought. But I'm like so excited for this. It's been delayed for a little while now, and I've beaten every Zelda game since the beginning, except for the Super Nintendo one. Why, I don't know, but I've beaten every other one, every Zelda game. Multiple times actually. I just beat, not too long ago, Twilight Princess for the second or third time, in Skyward Sword. Not Skyward Sword. I beat that when it came out on the Wii. And this, my friends, is the Nintendo Switch. Now, when I got this box, I was like, oh, that's actually like a really small box. How is that going to fit in there? Hopefully it's the Nintendo Switch. And it is. But with that being said, here is the Super Nintendo box. Here is the Nintendo Switch. Now the Super Nintendo system was definitely a smaller system as well, but I'm like stoked on even how it looks. So finally the family is reunited. I'm gonna keep this one because it is antique. Now when I found out that I was gonna get a Nintendo Switch, I was super stoked about it, and I was hoping deep down inside that it would be the colorful Joy-Con Switch, the neon colors, because that was the one I pre-ordered at Target as well. So I actually got that as well for me, and like I said, I'm gonna give the other one to my brother. So I'm going to unbox this right now, and I'm going to later, March 2nd, when the system is right about to come out, then I'll give you a little bit more impressions of the whole experience. But I first want to let you know that I'm super stoked about this. This, to me, is Nintendo changing the game. Nintendo has always been the most innovative with everything that they do. And usually, not usually, like guaranteed 95% of the time, all the other systems fall right after it. Nintendo, they're first ones to do analog, first ones to do the Rumble Pack. Like, they're kind of always leading the way. So I'm really excited about this, and they're once again innovating and leading the way. But to me, they are the Disney of the video game world. So super mad respect for Nintendo for not following the norms and changing the way games are played. And that's the truth. Okay, so I'm going to open this. The box is so pretty, I don't want to like ruin it. But I'm going to be very, very gentle. You hear that? The sound of glory. Oh, and it's such a pretty system. I could just kiss it all day. Actually, probably not. But I will say this. The controllers are very pretty and beautiful. Just like my wife, Megan. So my wife right now is holding Dr. Fort back at the base. And I am here just for a couple days. And I flew specifically straight to Hawaii to finish a couple other projects. But like most importantly, it was about the Nintendo Switch. This is what I was like so excited about. And this is the system right here. Look at that. Would you look at that? So very small as far as portable. Oh, and you hear how it just clicks in? It's like music to my ears. And it looks so pretty. This is a Nintendo Switch. So the second you open the box, everything is right in front of your face as far as the system goes. Because the thing is you don't want to get to the instructions, you want to get to the system. At least that's how I am. And then if you want to get to the instructions and all that other stuff, it's right there. So I'm actually really curious what happens if I hit the power button. Let's see what happens. Oh, it actually turns on. So it already comes at least somewhat pre-charged. And the system, it is already booted up and live. And Nintendo has, they were originally doing the cartridge thing, then everyone kind of went, oh, it's already playing music. It's so pretty. And then I go through like the menus and all that stuff. We'll save that for another day. But I will say English. And so Nintendo, going back to Nintendo, because this is a Nintendo focused video. Right here, HDMI. I don't think you need a ton of explanation on what an HDMI cable is. It's pretty standard. They are standard for any HD TV. And then the power cord, just as beautiful as I would have ever imagined. And it says Nintendo on it. So all this stuff looks pretty standard to what you would expect. And then the Joy-Con, it looks like holders. I don't know the technical term for this. And I don't remember how to take this off, but just from looking at this, looks like I can just push this button. Oh, and it slides right off. So I feel a little rumble. The rumble on this is like amazing. So you have this right here where you can actually strap in the controller to your hand in case you're playing some of those other games that require more moving and jumping around, doing ninja-like reflexes. And then going back to the box, because this is an unboxing video, this is what you can hook your television to your Nintendo Switch. So you can switch it out. Now the thing is with this, and in case you've been living under a rock, you can actually hook this beautiful system. You can play it right here, and they say it lasts for about 3 hours if you're playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. But you can take it on the road, and then you come home, and then stick it on here, and it charges it on the spot, but you can also, it hooks directly to your TV, so you can start playing 1080p HD resolution. So this is the system, and then it also has this controller. Now the way I am planning on playing Breath of the Wild, as far as when I'm home, if I'm not kind of walking all over the place, is I'm going to, let's see how this works. It slides right in like that. I've just switched the controllers, and that looks so pretty, like legitimately pretty. So now I can start playing Nintendo Switch, just like that, and the controller actually feels really good. And I'm like super impressed, and I'm excited because Nintendo is like always changing the games, leading the way, and I get to be one of the first people to play it and experience it. So be prepared for me to tell you my honest thoughts and opinions on it as it starts unraveling. And I have one other package that I got, and I'm excited to see what's in this one. This was FedExed here, and I was bummed because I sent it to one of the guys on Team Supertramp, and it was just chilling at their house in the box, and I said top secret, can't go out anywhere. So they kept it like top secret. So I'm now, and I got 1-2 Switch from Nintendo as well. So I will definitely be playing this like within, I'm first going to go to Zelda, let's be honest, and then I'm going to go to 1-2 Switch. But I'll be playing this both tonight, and I'm like super stoked on it. Now if you're a Nintendo fan, you should already know exactly what the box looks like, or what the cartridge looks like. But I am going to open this up, and we're going to get right down to business. And here we go. So they're little teeny guys, and they do look very similar to an SD card. Here's what they look like on the back, so a little bit more sophisticated than that. And they feel super light, but not low quality. And the game, it just opens up right there. And I want to make sure I stick it in the right way, because if I damage the game, I'm going to be a very sad gamer. Oh, and it's in there just like that. And then I can control everything. Now, this is funny. This, I just noticed this just now. These, a minute ago, the Joy-Con controllers, they were hooked in here. And then I unhooked them and put them in here. And I still have full control. You can hear that right now? I have full control of everything instantly. I didn't have to try and like sync it through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or anything fancy like that. It was instant. So that to me is a absolute big deal, because a lot of things that I'm used to doing, I unhook it and then I gotta spend like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to link it and this or that. So yeah, that's a big deal for me. So just to compare this case to an actual Wii U case, and the Wii cases, they're all the same size. That is a perspective, or the size difference. So they're definitely smaller, and they're the same skinniness. They're actually a little skinnier if you look close, just like that. But this is the case. But as far as the actual disc size, significantly smaller compared to a Nintendo Switch. Okay, now I'm also gonna open Switch 1-2. Now this 1-2 Switch is a game focused on playing with your friends, and this was actually one of the only games I actually did not have a chance to play at the New York City event, because there was such a big line for it, and I just didn't have the patience to wait 4 hours when I had a bunch of other games I could play a lot easier. So same thing, very small cartridge. This has a ton of different games you guys can play, and girls. But yeah, super excited about this. I will be bringing this to Hawaii in a couple days, and game on with Megan and I. And this to me is Nintendo, once again, leading the charge with innovation. But I am one of the biggest Nintendo fans, hands down. I'm going to show you a couple pictures right now, just like my amiibo collection. Like, it just goes on and on. I have all of them. I have Zelda statues all over my office. I love Nintendo. I've been a biggest fan. They're always innovative. For me, like being a kid growing up, they took me on adventures where I could be Link and Link to the past and all these amazing things. So I'm just like stoked for the opportunity to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch. And because you watch our videos and support us, it makes it so we can do what we love. So thank you all. And if you haven't noticed, we've been doing a lot of Nintendo focused videos. Those aren't sponsored videos on our main channel. Those are all been labor of love videos. But from doing these labor of love projects that I'm like excited about, they've given or opened Nintendo's eyes for the opportunities to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for supporting us and watching our videos. It makes it so we can do what we love. And stay tuned for my honest opinion of the Nintendo Switch. As we always say, over and out. I can't reach you.